Welcome back everybody into another daily recap. Today is the 26th of August and it's a big day, it's a Friday. We are almost at the end of the month and today was a big day because there was the Powell speech and as well we also had some economic data. As you can see, we have the PCE, the inflation data that is the most used by the Fed as a number, and we had personal income, personal spending, but the main event was Chair Powell's speech at 4 p.m. Central European time or 2 p.m. UK, so GMT. As you can see, this was the price action coming into New York, the New York Open. I already had charted up this strong supply area from London. This is what happened in pre-London, the rejection. I was looking for some buys at this previous demand area, but as you can see, the price broke below and stayed below this level. And we were coming into a new demand area and we were coming into the, of course, the report and into the speech of Powell. So as you can see, this was my idea. My idea was that we could have had a possible pricing in. We could be seeing already a pricing in of an hawkish Fed. So as you can see, I was sort of giving all this bearish movement the how can I say the meaning of being I was giving the meaning of being a pricing in concept, so that this demand could actually hold up if the speech was not even bullish, but it was not that strong and aggressive. As you can see, the price actually reached this demand area earlier than that. I mean, we were still 2.5 hours away from the speech, but this huge demand was what I was looking for buys as well. So that's where this is the price action. The demand broken and clearly price stayed below and we reached the demand area. This is pre-New York, and what I was looking for was, as you can see, multiple attempts. This is even, I just don't want to spoil too much, so that's why let's break this. And the demand area was holding even with the New York Open. So that's why, in my opinion, there was this bullish trade idea, as you can see here, from this double bottom. And if we move afterwards, we're going to see that we have like 30 pips, 40 pips scalp even before the news, but it's with the PCE coming up, I think now, that we really reached the 60 pips TP. As you can see here, 60 pip reached with the first minute after the news. That's because of, look, I mean, it's basically due to the demand area, but the PCE was coming smaller with lower digits, 6.3 compared to the expected and compared to the previous one. That means that the inflation is actually slowing down, and this bullish push, it's of course the first minute, so it's very likely that it is a liquidity grab, and we don't need to justify it. We can justify it with the demand area. We can even say that yes, it was expected because of course this was the pricing in, and I said it before. I said it before here. So, but that doesn't mean, because of course Fed hasn't spoken yet, and Powell is still 2 hours away from speaking. But this is because, okay, lower inflation means that they will likely slow down the interest rate of the hikes. So instead of 75, going to 60 or going to 50 or something like that. So that's why I was from the demand area, basically was a price action trade idea. But look at the next one. I was immediately looking for the rejection here. Why? This was basically and mostly due to the technicals. This strong demand was now turning supply, and I was expecting this supply at the first sign of rejection. As we're going to see, we have the next candle that closes with a strong rejection at a PPL. So that's it went to my area, went basically there and closed with a rejection. So that's why that was my entry, and that was my idea, and that this one was my possible entry. And that is basically it. 60 pips. Let me remove the replay, that I don't need it anymore. And that was the move. So 60 pips on the downside to reach the possible demand area again. So I had no further trade ideas, so we're going to have a look at what happened on the market. As you can see here, this is the new 4-hour candle. I remember it because I was watching it. We have the retest of this previous order block highs. Remember that after a huge liquidity move, price always need to go back and grab liquidity at the same level. As you can see, you have the pre-new 4-hour failing to break, and again you have the bounce with the liquidity from the demand area going back up again, creating a new higher low, new higher highs, and creating a double top at slightly above the supply area. There was some liquidity, some price sensitivity areas exactly at PPL, but anyway, this is when 4 p.m. it's the 10 a.m. candle. That's when the speech actually began, and you have a huge bearish move. 3 minutes it makes I think like 100 pips, more or less 1900 pips. But look where the price is reacting. Look how strong the reaction at this demand area. Let's have a look on the 15 minute. Look at the reaction here on the 15 minute. Price never closes, and even the 1 minute, the following one is closing bullish. So that's where I had this. Of course, the demand area is where we take buys, and that's where we could have taken further buys. Look, that's a very nice 100 pips move, even with the 30 pips stop loss, because I mean, unless you entered over here when the price was breaking, you really need a big stop loss, but the risk to reward is very big. I don't know what really Powell said at each moment, but that was it. Afterwards, I guess that the tone of Powell was quite aggressive anyway, talking about 75 pips, 75 base point interest rate hike, and as you can see, price went bearish again. That means good for the dollar. So that's when here I saw this strong move, and as I told you in the last few videos, when the price is reacting somewhere that I don't know, which is here, and I did it after the 15-minute candle closed above this level. I said, okay, why is it reacting over there? I told you that I placed a horizontal line and I go back in time. Look, the reactions at exactly this level. Not a single 15-minute candle closed below. Multiple reactions here, and I think also something more. If I'm not mistaken, or possibly not. Yes, as you can see here, further price sensitivity areas exactly at that level, and that's basically the reason why today it reacted over there. Of course, you can, I mean, now maybe I could have used this as a demand area, much bigger than just these lows. But anyway, this level, you can see that even on the 1 minute gave you pretty nice reactions. This is a 40 pip move, and this is for the double bottom and 40 pip move as well. So overall, I don't know if my internet is not great, but that's why it's lagging. We had the buys from demand, we had the anticipated sells from supply. This one is basically the retest of the order block lows, to continuation up, failure to break, 10 a.m. candle, failing to make new highs, as you can see here, and the speech, the start of the speech from Powell, and again, buys from demand, sells from supply, buys from demand, sells from supply, even this sells from supply, going back down to new levels. So that's basically what happened today, and very, very short video, but that's basically it. When that's what I'm doing when I'm learning to identify supply and demand areas, like here, pre-London, look, it's exactly this price sensitivity area that was already charted up. That's basically it. So you just, okay, price reacted and failed to make new highs, price reacted, failed to make new lows, double bottom, possibly double top, that's where you take your entry. And yes, you have the further confirmation from the fundamentals, you have your confirmation from the timing, new 4 hour, 10 a.m. candle, demand area, but that's basically it. There's nothing special to say, oh, I told you about it, blah, 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 blah. So that's basically it for today. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you on Monday.